son has just decided to make me a golden block from here down, I guess, but I just filmed this bronzy, smoky eye look for you. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, a little sparkly too. I think it turned out pretty okay, so if you want to see how I got this look, go ahead and keep watching. Alright, now that I'm looking extra crazy, we're moisturized, we're ready to go. I'm going to start off with eyes first, since it's going to be a little smoky and I'm probably going to have some fallout and I don't want that going everywhere. So I'm just going to throw some of my concealer on my eyelids to kind of prime them, I guess, and even them out. I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. Okay, so the powder that I'm going to be setting my eyelids just real quick is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in shade Light. Alright, now let's hop into it. We'll see how this goes before my eyes start watering like crazy. We're just going to do like a brown, smoky, bronze look. It's honestly going to be pretty easy. We're just going to throw it on because I think that's how smoky eyes look best. It's kind of messy. So I'm just taking my Naked palette and taking this shade here, that dark brown Buck. And I'm going to put that on my eyelid and just kind of pat it on. And then start taking that kind of in that U shape, covering the whole eyelid. Not going all the way up high. I kind of want to blend that high. Sorry guys, my eyes are already watering. And just sticking with these patting motions for now. And dragging it out to the side a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time and just intensify that color. And same with the other side. That looks really crazy. Just gonna make sure that they're even-ish. Just gonna kind of wipe off my brush a little bit, get it kind of clean, and now I'm just gonna kind of blend out those edges. When I'm doing the outer corner over here, I'm kind of trying to pull it up in a V, but we're also going to use a makeup wipe later and kind of drag that out and cheat a little bit too, but just kind of wanted to have the shape as much as possible. Now I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour eyeshadow in Bronze Taupe. It's a really pretty color. I don't know if you can see. Oof, it's so shiny and nice. It's not a cream, it's powder. I'm just going to kind of dip my finger into that and press it on the lid. I'm going to do it one more time just to kind of intensify that a little bit. I might wet it in a minute and see if that does better too, but I like that. It's got a little bit of sheen to it. Yeah, I don't think we need to wet it. If you wanted to get it, good. If you wanted to get it a little bit darker, you could definitely wet your brush and do it. I would also suggest not dropping it on the floor. I'll get it later. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of smoky on the lash liner. So I'm gonna take my Milani Soft and Sultry palette. Looks like that. I'm gonna dip into these like 2 dark brown shades, just kind of mix them a little bit with this little tiny pencil brush. And I'm really bad, I pull my eyes. You probably shouldn't do this, but oh well. I'm just gonna kind of stamp that onto the lash line. Just keep building that up until I get the smokiness that I want. Now I'm gonna kind of brush it, smoke it out a little bit. This is gonna look super messy because there's fallout from this. It's really pigmented, I like it, it's nice in the Milani palette, but there is a lot of fallout. That's why I kind of like doing my eyes first. I look kind of like weird, like I don't know where to look. It's because I'm looking at myself in the camera, I'm trying to look at the camera, I'm looking at the mirror behind the camera, trying to do this right, so don't really know where to look. That's why it probably looks a little crazy. Ah! We're back. It's fine. Okay, back to blending. I'm gonna drag this out a little bit too, because like I said, we're gonna clean that up with a makeup remover brush. Wipe. Words. Alright, now we're gonna intensify that a little bit more with some black liner. I think I'm just gonna use this Ulta dual-ended liner. There's a black and brown side. I'm just gonna use the black and just go along that lash line, not being too precise at all. Ooh. My eyes are super sensitive and watery, so I can't really go at it. I have to do like little tiny bits. And I'm gonna go all the way into that water, tear duct area. And I'm just gonna take my brush back over that and blend her out a little bit. We're looking crazy. We're on schedule. I think we're gonna be pretty much like done with the eyes for now. I'm probably gonna add some more later, but I wanna go ahead and do the face. So I'm just gonna wipe away all this black. Oh yeah, that's real cute. And whenever I go over to the edge over here, I'm gonna kind of take my nail in the wipe and just drag it up and kind of cut that. This is my trick to get that good like V pulled back snatch kind of eye, but lazy way is doing the eyes first and then taking this right. I'm just gonna prime my face. I hadn't done that before because I knew I was gonna be wiping all that off, so I'm just taking the same stuff that I used in the last video, MAC strobe cream and the E.L.F poreless putty primer. Now I'm gonna get my beauty blender again. We're always lazy. I'm not gonna go wet it. I'm just gonna take my rose water mist spray and just really drench it. It's only supposed to be damp, but the spray is really light, so that's why I said drench it. For foundation, I am using the E.L.F Flawless Finish Foundation today in Natural. Hopefully this is my shade because I just put on fake tan, and who knows. I really like this foundation. You do kind of have to use a lot to get like that full coverage, but it looks so nice. It looks like a really like almost like kind of more natural finish. It's not like cakey or like too matte or anything like that, so I really like it. It does kind of, and I don't know if this is just my sponge. I cleaned it because I wasn't sure if it was like dirty and that's why it was doing it, but this is a little bit difficult to blend out. I feel like it gets kind of like patchy and weird. Maybe it would do better if you put it on with a brush, and then like if you wanted to go over it with the sponge you could, but I don't know, you have to work with it a little bit, but it's worth it. We're good on foundation. Now I'm just going to take my E.L.F. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. Light Peach is the shade. Put that under my eyes, center of my face. Lightly, because this color is really light, over any blemishes that I have. And blend that out. Now when you're doing your eyeshadow first and then your concealer and foundation after, be super careful. If you have like one of the small sponges, you could use that if you wanted to, but I just kind of stamp very lightly and carefully, kind of following that little cut that we did. See? So now we're just gonna set everything. I'm gonna take my Rimmel Stay Matte loose powder and put that just under my eyelid area. I'm trying to not use like a ton of powder, so I'm knocking most of it off. And I'm just gonna kind of stamp that under my under eye. Like I said, be careful about that cut that we did. Don't want to like go over all the eyeshadow. And then I don't really want to like drag it because I don't want to move that concealer that we just laid down. Now for the rest of my face, I'm going to use that Maybelline Fit Me loose powder that we used earlier to set our eyelids. And I'm going to press because I don't want to sweep off everything we just did. Now we are going to bronze the face. I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in shade Light Bronzer. So with that bronzer, I'm just kind of being messy with it. I'm gonna go in and contour a little bit with a less warm color, but with this I just kind of wanted to get a little bit of like tan to my face where like I would naturally get it from the sun. I'm just trying to match this fake tan, but I just put it on and I always feel like it matches, but then it settles more and my face is super pale. And I'm gonna go into my Anastasia contour kit. This is the powder one. I'm gonna go into this middle shade right here that's a little bit more cool tone. And I'm gonna kind of squeeze my brush together so it's a little bit more of like a line, and just concentrate that right under my cheekbone. A little bit on the jawline, under the lip, sides of the forehead. And I'm going to take a smaller brush, just contour my nose a little bit. I really don't know how to contour a nose, but sometimes I attempt to. Most of the time I don't. Go down the sides, U shape, and then up the other side. And I take it into the brow because that's what I've seen people do. I'm gonna take my sponge and just go over that a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna quickly throw in some highlighter and blush, and then we'll go back and we'll finish the eyes. So highlighter, I'm just using, it's actually broken, so that's great, but my Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder. So I just kind of put that over all the high points in my face, focusing it mostly on the top of my cheekbone. And then I kind of wiped the brush off. I'm just going to go back and blend everything a little bit. I'll blend it even more with my beauty blender at the end. I like doing my highlighter before my blush because I kind of feel like the blush makes everything blend in together. I think I'm actually going to take this Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil. I'll show you. It's kind of got some like gold shimmer to it. I like using this sometimes, not as much as a bronzer because it's like really shimmery, almost glittery. Whenever I'm trying to look like extra tan or have like a really bold lip or eye going on and I just kind of want to do a soft blush, not so much like pink right on my cheek, I'll use this as a blush. Now, I don't like taking my blush in super far, so I mostly focus it kind of on the side of my face, right in between where we put that contour and that highlight. And I kind of swoop it on, but then also pat it in too. I like doing patting motions because I feel like it just makes it look a little bit more like your skin, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna kind of brush this a little bit in the middle of my face to look a little bit more sun-kissed. And now we're gonna finish the eyes. I'm gonna use my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm just gonna kind of use that to blend out these edges because they're real sharp right now. And that's not cute. This light is like really weird. I'm trying to use this natural light, but can't really do too much about it. Like that. I guess I'll just blend back here. So I just kind of blended the edges out, extended them a little bit up and out. I feel like my eyeshadow always goes like all the way up to my eyebrows, and I don't want it to do that, but it just kind of happens anyway. I don't like how white it is under my eyebrows right now, so I'm gonna use that Milani Soft and Sultry palette. I don't even know what to call it. I like using this to blend out stuff too, but it's a little bit more like pink toned. I'm just gonna kind of go further out on the edges with that. I'm gonna go off camera and attempt to do these fake lashes. We'll see how this goes. I might not even come back at all if it really messes up, but I'm gonna go put on these fake lashes and throw my eyebrows real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We have on lashes. As good as they're gonna get right now. You can kind of see this one's messed up. I might try to fix it. I might not care. I'm just gonna go and do our bottom lash line really quickly. So I'm going to use these same two dark brown colors that we used earlier and this little tiny pencil brush that we used to do the liner on top. Just drag that across the bottom, halfway, most of the way, whatever. I'm going to kind of join it up with the top as much as I can with this one, since, you know, it's all freaking out. Then I'm going to smoke that out with the dark brown buck color from that Naked palette and the same little baby brush. Lastly, I'm going to take this brush that came with the Naked palette. There might be some pink on this. Okay, and then that Hoola Benefit bronzer, and just smoke this out a little bit more. And then I'm just going to take that same black Ulta eyeliner that we used earlier and attempt to put this in my waterline. Just trying to blend that into where that eyelash band is showing. I might fix that more later. I need to give that eye a break. We're gonna throw on some mascara, lips, and then we are done. And I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Volume Mascara just to kind of blend my real eyelashes in with those fake ones. And then just a little bit on bottom. I'm gonna put on a little bit of lip balm. I should have done this earlier, but I forgot. And I kind of pat that lip balm into my lips. And then line them really quickly with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Sandstorm. And then I'm just gonna bring it in a little, not all the way. And now to make the middle of my lips a little bit lighter, because I don't have the exact shade that I would like to have right now for a nude, I'm gonna take a little bit of my concealer and just kind of dot that in the middle and pat it in. Go back in and define the edges a little. And now I'm going to take my lipstick, and I'm using one of the Maybelline lipsticks in Nude Embrace, and this is the matte one, I think, but we are going to put a little bit of lip balm over it as a gloss. I'm going to take that same lip balm that I used before. I have this Sephora luminizing palette. I've kind of used a lot of them, but it's really good. I like it. You can use it as eyeshadow, highlight. Just trying to decide between this white and this gold for this little inner corner area. I'm just gonna try the white. Alright guys, so that is it for this bronze smoky look. I think it turned out pretty okay, even with my eyes freaking out. Now I just need to do my hair and get dressed, but I had fun showing you kind of how I do my eyeshadow when I do it, which is rare. And thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.